Assalamu alaikum. I am here to explain what the boundary buffer problem is and how we can solve this problem using monitors. What is a boundary buffer problem? It is basically the example of multiprocess synchronization problem. The problem describes two processes, the producer and the consumer, who share a common fixed size buffer used as a queue. We can solve this problem using monitors. In monitor, we have shared variable count and queue. We have two procedures, name, producer and consumer, and the two conditional queues, that is full and empty, because the shared queue can be either full or empty. Here we have the size of 5 queue. What the monitor will do, it will place the mutex log outside the monitor so that only one process can enter at a time. And the log inside the monitor is placed by using these two queues, name, empty and full. Suppose here first producer enters first and found that count is equal to 5, which means that queue is full and no any other item can be placed inside the queue. So it will simply call full.wait and places the producer in full queue. Else, if the count variable is less than 5, the consumer from the empty queue will wait and consume the data. If the count is equal to 0 and consumer enter, it means that the consumer has nothing to consume because there is no item placed inside the buffer. What it will do, it will simply call empty.wait. Now if the value of the count is greater than 1, when the consumer enters, it will consume the data and decreases the count variable by 1 and call the full dot signal, which will wake up any process inside the full queue. Next, we have the code of the consumer. The consumer enters the monitor and call consume procedure. First condition is true, that is count is equal to 0. Initially we place the count variable is equal to 0. It will call empty.wait and now monitor is free and producer can enter inside the monitor. Next, we have the code of the producer. If the at the start we have count is equal to 0, which means that nothing is inside the buffer. The producer enters the monitor and call produce procedure. Here the first condition, that is the count is equal to 5, is not true because initially we have count is equal to 0. It will produce item and increase the count variable by 1 and then call empty dot signal. What empty dot signal will do, it will invoke the process placed inside the empty queue to wake up and consume the item and decreases the count variable by 1. That's all. Thank you so much.